Hi, I'm Uncle Mark. So you can hear a little bit of noise from this fan. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out, swap it for a new one. I'm also going to test to make sure, in case you're having a similar situation. Maybe your fan doesn't work at all. Is it the fan motor or not? The skippable chapters here, so if we come up to something that you need to skip past, you can. So under the glove box, there's this piece of carpet here that hides where the motor is. There's a couple little clips that are held in that are holding the carpet up. You can see where my thumb is there. See, there's one there, plastic one, and one by the hinge. Where is it here? There it is. On the other side, it's just below the glove box door. So basically, I've got this door panel tool. I use this all the time. I'll put a link in the description for this tool, and it's nice and easy to use for all sorts of things. If you can get behind this button here while I'm trying to hold the camera, and pop that one out. And then we'll try and do the same with the other one. You have to do it kind of on the same kind of angles that I'm doing it at, because if you go anywhere closer to your feet, there's nothing to pry against. Does that make sense? And get this one again. I'm just trying to feel where I get it, and I'm thinking maybe I can grab it behind the carpet, as long as it doesn't tear through that clip. That's what we're going to try anyway. Give it a little bit of a yank, twist it a little bit, and it should just pop out. That's all it's holding to, and there it is. There's the motor. Now it's held in with these three little torque bits, or screws, I guess is what they are. And actually, if your motor is not working at all, this might be the time that you'd want to unplug it, and we'll test it. But we'll get back to that in a minute. This is a T20. Is the torque bit that I am using. I've got these in these little ones that hook up to either a socket set or this little screwdriver idea. You can actually buy these as a screwdriver as well. So that one came out good. You can see what it looks like. You need the special bit for it. Try and get towards the one at the back. I'm going to actually take that bit off and just put it on this ratcheting little ratchet, just because there's not much room there. It's against the firewall, and boom, look at that, it broke. I couldn't believe it. I've never had these break before. They just go into plastic. Have to deal with that later. If you have that trouble, we'll show you how I got it out. And there should be one in the front here, but maybe I'll take this off first since we're having this issue. You should just be able to press it and then wiggle it out. I'm going to just try and get something in here and work against it to pop it out. This way, if the fan wasn't working, we could test it right here and see if there's power coming to this connector or not, and that just moves up and down like that to release it. I'll try and get it from this side. Pull this one out. So this is the third screw. This might be a good time to give me the thumbs up if you're already finding this. Looks like it's going to be a helpful video. I'm hoping it will be for you. Pull the fan out and you'll see that wire is actually clipped on the side there as well. You'll need that door panel tool to pop it off. This door panel tool I use is about every video for something. And that's the motor with the fan. The squirrel cage, we'll call it. I'm going to try and lube this bearing up in a video to the top right-hand corner there. Should be a card there. But what I ended up doing is I just bought another motor. I knew this one was noisy. They weren't too expensive. Now, what I'm going to do here is try and get this screw out of here. Now, of course, it broke inside. Let me steady the camera. I'm going to get that out. I was trying to figure, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I get a little hacksaw blade, and I'm just going to, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, maybe cut down a little bit. Get it started. The plan is to cut right around it, but not through the screw. should be able to feel it when it starts going into the screw a little bit, but even if I don't go all the way through to that screw, I just, did from one side, went to the other side, went around the back. Good thing I had one of these blades kicking around. Never had that break off before, never. And any of the other ones I've done. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of WD-40 or something in the hole there, or a teeny bit of grease or something, so that next time it doesn't happen. It's getting along the back, and I think I've kind of cut right around. Pretty sure I have. Grab some vice grips, and I'm just going to try and grab that tip and just twist it off. And there I go. That's off, and the screw's exposed now. I'm just going to grab my vice grips again. Try and grab the screw and slowly turn it little by little. Because that footwell comes out, I could only turn maybe half a turn, and then I had to take the vice grips off, reattach them. But amazingly enough, this is working. So just a couple more turns here and the whole thing will be out, and I'll have to find another screw like this. It's kind of a coarse thread screw. I guess you could take that to maybe a hardware store or something, or an automotive store. Maybe they might have something similar. That's what it looks like. Just looking to, this is the new one here in my left hand. The one that's sitting on the bench is the old one, and the old one actually shows you which way the fan goes. The reason I'm looking at that is because I've had some people that bought them. So I bought on Amazon saying, oh, it ran the wrong way or something. We had to spend a bunch of money to get it rewired. It's only 2 wires. If you had to rewire it, you could just switch them one to the other. Using just a normal test light to see if this power, I've got the key on. Try not to touch those 2 points together, and we've got power. And you see that the higher I turn the fan speed, the brighter the light gets. So the speeds are working. So if you had a motor that wasn't doing anything, you'd know it's the motor, it's not the resistor. There's power there. Now here's the new one. Just going to plug it in. Make sure it snaps in there. Make sure it does turn the right way like the other one, and yes, it does. So I think the people didn't know what they were talking about. Looks like all the speeds work as well. So make sure there's no debris, leaves, or anything. You may even want to check your cabin filter. I'll put a link up in the right-hand corner here as to how to check that cabin filter. I had some technical issues too with the video, so I just was able to get some stills of me putting it back in, but you understand how it's going in. And you want to tighten it up. Of course, we're going to still have that bad screw, so I'm using the good ones in the back. Got both those back ones, and then I'm just going to break out the screw jar. Always some odds and ends, and I'm going to try and find one that's not as thick as that one. That one didn't work, and not as thin as the other one. So this middle one actually, when I tried it, does fit, and will hold it in. I put a little bit of fluid film on it, just so that it's hopefully, I'm hoping it'll cause it not to be stuck in there next time, if there is a next time. Tighten that up, and we've got it all plugged in, don't we? So these pieces just go back in, or these hooks or clips. Just pop in that hole there. Easier to see if you're not holding a camera. Just give them a good push. Same with this other one. And the carpet will be back up there to hide and to muffle, I guess, the sound of that fan. Just give me one more moment there, and I was able to get it to lock in there. Good. I did try it earlier, so we know that it does run, but I'm going to just try it one more time, see how loud it is. With the key in the on position, which would be your radio. More videos on this vehicle in the top right corner, if that helps you. And it might be a little bit louder than the factory one. Oh, and here's some of the pieces and tools that I used, including the screw jar there to get everything back together. If you're wondering which motor I used, I'll also put a link in the description below. It was this one. It was called A Premium. So I like how they call it premium, but it's just the name of it. Is it premium? I don't know, but it is working. Thanks for watching. What are we hitting? A lot of junk in there. Goodness. After finding that out now, are we?